People, it feels weird to be out here in the sunshine, this beautiful light, because I've been in the depths of hell with Doom, and I've been having the most wonderful time reminiscing about the glory days of this venerable franchise, because really what we're playing here with this brand new Doom from id Software, the venerable id Software, is a recreation of that classic Doom experience. You are inundated with enemies, you've got all kinds of demons chasing after you, closing you in, making you feel claustrophobic and completely overpowered and outnumbered. But guess what? You have an incredible collection of amazing weapons that are capped off by the BFG 9000, which is a thing to see, man. It is absolutely incredible. But this is a game that really knocked me on my ass. I had no idea that it was going to be so well tuned, so well polished, and so marvelously connected to the roots and the history of Doom. It's clearly being made by not only veterans of first-person shooters, but also I think there's been an infusion of new blood, of fresh kind of takes, of sort of an observance of some of the tastes and desires and whims of the modern first-person shooter gamer out there, and it's an incredible balance. It feels modern, it feels contemporary, it feels vital, it feels like it can stand toe-to-toe with any other first-person shooter out there, but it also has its roots firmly planted in the past, and it's accessible and arcadey, and yes, you can notch that difficulty level up and just run for your life throughout this game. But I got to tell you, there are experiences in this thing that just absolutely knocked my socks off. It's really a game of, sort of running into all kinds of adversity and having the skill set and the tools to be able to overcome all of these challenges that are facing you, and then wiping your brow, digging deep, and going right back at it again. And that is an incredibly exhilarating experience, man. That's what we want out of playing video games. And I have to tell you, this is some of the most enjoyable game time I have had in 2016. And man, I was not expecting that at all. I was not predicting that this was going to be as relevant and as absolutely essential as it is. This is truly one of the best games I've played this year. I'm going to remember it when I'm tallying up my Game of the Year votes. Yes, you're going to get into some repetition. Yes, you're going to be retraversing. I was okay with that. There's kind of a Metroid vibe in this sucker, where you're sort of scanning different computer screens and getting the story in little bits and pieces, watching holographic kind of recreations of key moments in the history. You don't really know what's going on. You're basically a Marine that's on this Martian base station, and you're going through and you're overwhelmed by demons. You kill some of them, and then suddenly you find portals to hell, and you're on hell, and you're killing more demons, and you get back to the base station, and you've got AI robots and weird kinds of mechanical things talking to you. Great voiceovers in this game, by the way.
But you've returned, the only flesh and blood to walk between dimensions.
But you slowly unravel the bits of this onion, and it's great. It's satisfying, which blew me away as well. I wasn't expecting a story that I was going to give a crap about, but it's elegantly told. The action is nonstop. But when it does slow down and you do kind of take a breath to kind of experience the story, it's like, yeah, this is cool. I love the physicality. I love the feel of this experience. I feel the light as I'm walking into it. I feel all the widgets and all the computer terminals sort of glowing at me. It's definitely Metroid-like, but it's almost like light RPG-like elements in this thing too. You do feel like you are escalating in ability and escalating in the tool set in order to keep progression happening. And God, it's wonderful. Really well tuned. Then you can take your skills with these tools, like you unlock the double jump as you get into the campaign, and you can have a double jump when you get into multiplayer. You can take all of that experience and all of that know-how that you get from a really solid campaign into a really solid multiplayer mode as well. It's not reinventing the wheel. There's tons of great options in multiplayer. Lots of games are delivering excellent multiplayer. Overwatch is going to be very hard to rip your hands off of to go play Doom multiplayer. I get that. But Doom multiplayer is super fun. It's airtight in terms of mobility and experience, you know, climbing up on different levels and stuff like that to get the higher ground advantage works to your favor. But there's also something really cool that they've added in here, which almost gives it a little bit of a Titanfall or Evolve type vibe, where you find demon runes, which convert you into one of these enormous demons, and then you can go whip around inside the map and rip apart all of your human adversaries. Incredibly addictive, so fun there. And the maps are split between some of the Martian base station type stuff and also some of the grotesque, squishy, grimy, awful looking demon halls and things like that. You're going through, it looks like you're walking through an esophagus or something, just gross, but cool. And the soundtrack too, I have to applaud the music and the soundtrack in this thing. The sound effects are incredible. I was constantly looking all over my shoulder. It's not like survival horror type experience like Doom 3. It's much more visceral, much more sort of rapid fire and, you know, propulsive. You want to keep rocking forward. There is that creepiness still that's embedded in this experience. So I was looking over my shoulder all the time. The surround field was excellent, but the music just ratchets it up a whole other level. This is a game that you have to crank when you play, and you will be blown away, as I was. You can't miss Doom. You gotta get it. It's one of the best of 2016 by far. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.